as faithful and loving as a family dog, is a Snorkosaurus.
No, Tito, no! Hold it, boy! Hold it! Move!
The Snorkosaurus' love hath no bounds. The Flintstones live in the mythical town of Bedrock. Population, 2,500. It's a town like any other town in the USA. Fred Flintstone is a typical 8-hour-a-day blue-collar worker, eager to learn new ways to bring home the Bronto bacon. He's always trying to improve his life, protect his 2-car garage, and his one-family cave, Sweet Cave. Fred's favorite pastime, gormandizing, or eating like a pigosaurus.
I know, socially graceful as the next two guys.
I know, Fred. But Betty and I thought, just to make sure... We signed you up for a course at the Bedrock Charm School.
Charm School? I'm charming enough the way I am.
Another charming guy on American television, Ralph Cramden, played by Jackie Gleason in The Honeymooners. He's said to be the inspiration for Fred Flintstone's character. Like Flintstone, Cramden enjoys eating like a pigosaurus. The two men are in continuous battle with food. The Honeymooners enjoyed a long and successful run on television, partly because of the lifestyles of blue-collar bus driver Ralph Cramden and his wife Alice. They reflected the habits and lifestyles of the American viewer. The situations they and their neighbors, the Nortons, faced each week became the bedrock for the future family comedy on television. The Flintstones emerged as one of the finest successes to the Honeymooners. But they were also inspired by other television families like Donna Reed's. And then there was Beaver's family, Wally, June, and Ward Cleaver. Dennis the Menace wreaked havoc with his parents and neighbors. And Robert Young, like Lucille Ball, Dick Van Dyke, and the others, proved that comedy is best. Part of a tradition, the Flintstones are different. They're a cartoon family.
It all started back in 1960 when yours truly, Yogi Bear, TV celebrity extraordinaire, came up with a brand new brainstorm. The first primetime cartoon, a situation comedy starring the Flintstones. And it was all my idea.
You mean to say that Yogi claims that he created the Flintstones? Listen, let's put it this way. Yogi is smarter than the average bear. He's a non-conformist bear, but he never had an original idea what he was around here.
That's right. Joe and I created the Flintstones. Oh, we had a lot of help from our creative staff, but Yogi didn't contribute a single thing.
Of course, my bosses, Bill Hanna and Joe Barbera, they helped out with some of the minor details, like doing all the work.
Their first task was to decide how a primetime cartoon family should act. And who they should be.
Well, sir, it was up to us intellectual-type artists to figure out what them Flintstones was going to look like. Now, first, we tried them as pilgrims, then as pirates and sharkins, even as Roman gladiators. Till finally, we decided on a Stone Age family. And voila, it was pretty as a picture.
Right from the beginning, this Stone Age family mirrored the lives of those who watched. Fred's relationship with his neighbors in Wilma struck home.
Tell him Barney's having a pool warming party.
Pool warming party? Wilma!
Sounds like the call of the male Gryposaurus.
In this very first produced episode of The Flintstones, broadcast 25 television seasons ago, the dialogue was adult and the situations timeless.
Which includes using my half for the pool without my permission.
Fred and Wilma emerged as real because their problems were real. The success was real, too.
Them Flintstones skyrocketed to stardom. Oh, You might say they exploded onto the American scene.
The public tuned in great numbers in spite of Fred Flintstone's crusty and chauvinistic exterior. They responded to the Marshmallosaurus in him. Everybody loved him, especially his pet.
Don't you?
The Flintstones theme song became a popular part of our culture.
They're the Flintstones. My hammer. Flintstones, meet the Flintstones, and that's all I remember. Flintstones, meet the Flintstones.
From the town of Bedrock, they're a page right out of history. Right with the village down the street.
And here's the Flintstones. Have a yabba dabba doo day, have a yabba dabba doo day, have a gay old time.
The Flintstones' popularity extends across all ages. It knows no geographical lines.
With the Flintstones. You know that thing? No. Yes, you do. Teach me. All British people know the Flintstones. That's a lie. When you're with the Flintstones.
Yeah, I know. We started singing in the wrong key.
They're the Flintstones family. From the town of Bedrock, they're a place right out of history. That's right.
Rock artists and jazz artists from all continents have played the Flintstones theme. The Flintstones television program has been broadcast in over 80 countries. It has been translated into 22 different languages.
Clear. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Children around the world have delighted in the color and movement of the animation, while grown-ups responded to the comic dialogue in adult situations.
Beinahe Feierabend. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Die Sirene. Yabadabadoo.
아, 무仕事 終わり. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Waking up, they all yabba-dabba-doo.
The popularity of the Flintstones grew at breakneck speed. The Flintstones' success was
Yabba-dabba-doo.
fame brought with it responsibilities. And the creators of the Flintstones responded.
See no daddy speaking on television.
You know, the Shriners have a hospital in Canada dedicated to the treatment of children suffering from crippling diseases.
Fred is currently the leader of the national campaign to urge us all to wear our seatbelts.
Fred buckles up, so should you.
Now, what do we know? We know that the Flintstones was a big hit for many reasons. First of all, they had a loving family, they had good comic relationships, and of course, they had a lot of Stone Age gadgets. But the main reason that they were such a big hit is because a lot of people watched them.
Well, actually, I think what really made the show a big hit was the beloved creature from outer space, Gazoo. He had this distinctive melodic voice, supplied by one of the great actors of the 20th century, namely me. Unfortunately, I was constantly being upstaged by silly little prehistoric gadgets.
Gazoo! There you are. You got me in a jam again. Now get us down, will you? And knock off all this hocus pocus, okay?
Okay, but it's hard to work when you're angry with me.
The gadgets used in the Flintstones series were primitive, but ingenious.
Hey, wait! One of these days, you're gonna get yours, Gazoo.
Now I really did it. Don't worry, fellas. I'll fix your car.
No, wait, don't!
It'll be as good as new.
Run, Fred. The car is after us.
The car was the Flintstones' most memorable gadget.
Now, the biggest gimmick that we had was there was no gasoline, you understand? No motors. So all locomotion was done by feet. So if you saw a bus pull up, with a lot of people inside. All their feet were sticking out the bottom of the bus. And when they started, all the feet would start moving together and away would go the bus. And that got laughs.
Thanks, Mac.
Well, here we are, Barney boy, on the boardwalk at Atlantic City.
Hey, Fred, here comes one of those little foreign jobs with the engine in the back.
How people traveled in the Flintstones Stone Age culture was important to the creators of the animated series.
All aboard for Frederick City.
Frederick City, here we come.
Ready for takeoff?
Of all living creatures, dinosaurs and birds played the largest role in making things happen on the Flintstones.
We introduced the Polaroid camera, you know, where we were able to take quick pictures, prehistoric style. This little bird pecks out a picture in 1 second.
This is Mr. Slate calling Dr. Ben Cavity.
Oh, boy, I hate these rush jobs.
Oh, well, 8 o'clock, here we go. Boy, that was close. Yesterday, I didn't quite make it.
If there's anything I hate more than anything else in the whole world, it's doing the laundry. Good morning, Betty. Oh, good morning, Wilma. Looks like you're practically finished hanging up your laundry. Aren't you the early bird?
She's the early bird. What do we look like? Chopped liver?
So what we did was, we were having a normal, all-American family type of existence with these extra bits thrown in, which is what I think made it work for nighttime and gave the adults their laughs.
Hiya, Fred. Hi, Barney. Tonight's the night. The Water Buffalo's annual bowling tournament. I can hardly wait to throw out that first ball.
Hey, then why are you working? When you get through with those bushes, you'll be too bushed to bowl.
Hi, Fred. Barney. Well, how do you like it?
Like what?
My new hairdo, silly.
Oh, that. If you needed a haircut, why didn't you ask me? If I can do a hedge, I can do you.
Yabba dabba doo.
They've been called the world's first family. For over 25 years, America has come to recognize them as the role models of domestic bliss.
You are too smart to leave this cushy setup you have here. You like it just as it is. You...
In their own special way, they symbolize the timeless battle of the sexes. He's the man of the house, the king of the castle. But she's the boss. You see, Fred didn't wear pants in his family, mainly because pants weren't invented yet.
Begging ain't gonna do you any good, Wilma, because I'm through. T-H-R-O-O, through. Now, what do you think of that?
I think, among other things, you're a terrible speller.
Like other couples, they argue, they bicker, they hold grudges, they fly into jealous rages, but they say there's more to their marriage than just word games.
Oh, Fred, you're so good to me.
Hello, I'm Harvey Corman Slab.
I'm Tim Conway Rock.
And I'm Vanna Whitestone. Tonight on 60 Pebbles, we'll meet the Flintstones, Fred and Wilma. We'll try to find out if everything in their modern Stone Age family is really yabba dabba doo. With us now, live from Bedrock, Fred and Wilma Flintstone. First, let me welcome you both to 60 Pebbles.
I deny it. It wasn't me. I plead the fifth. Lies. All lies.
Fred, calm down.
Well, it sounded like a trick question to me.
But she hasn't even asked a question yet.
Huh? Yo. Yeah. Right. Sorry.
Mr. Flintstone, now I would like to ask you a question. What do you think is the key to your successful marriage?
Verna, I can tell you the answer in 2 words. Communication. Wilma and I tell each other everything.
That's right, Vanna. Fred tells me what to do, and I tell him no.
It's good to know you two see eye to eye. Wilma, what was it about Fred that first caught your eye? I mean, besides his permanent 5 o'clock shadow.
Well, Vanna, I think it was Fred's calm, soft-spoken manner.
Okay, where is it, Wilma?
Where is what, Fred?
My dinner. When I sit down, I want it and me to hit the wire in a photo finish. Wilma! What's the idea? 1 smelt for dinner?
I thought nothing could get you mad, Fred.
Well, 1 measly smelt is nothing. And I'm mad. I need nourishment. I'm a growing man.
You're growing, all right. You're growing impossible.
Oh, yeah?
Isn't that funny, Fred?
I ain't laughing.
It's a well-known story, Fred and Wilma, that you met under less than truthful circumstances. You were both employed at the Honey Rock Hotel. Wilma, along with Betty, as cigarette girls, and Fred and Barney as bellhops.
Wow, what a party!
Hey, Fred, you can quit paging Mr. Rocks on rocks. They found him.
Thanks, Barney. Look, it's Betty and Wilma.
Fred!
Well, what are you doing here?
Yeah, what are you doing here?
It's a long story.
Wilma, will you dance with me?
Having met earlier, away from work and out of costume, you both pretended to be someone else. You pretended to be rich and successful.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Monkey do.
Oh, Fred, I wish this dance could go on forever.
It was love at first sight, wasn't it? Nothing, it seems, could come between you.
There's something I've got to tell you, too.
Well, I hope you're enjoying yourselves. Mr. Stonyface, since when do I pay bellboys to dance with cigarette girls?
A bellboy?
Cigarette girl? Oh, hiya, Mr. Stonyface. Nice party you got here. Mr. Stonyface. All right, all of you, out. You're fired.
From a rather rocky start, your marriage has become rather rock solid. What have you done to keep it that way?
I'll tell you, Vanna, we work at it. It's a lot of give and take. The way I see it, marriage is a 2-way street.
Yeah, loaded with potholes.
Speaking of potholes, what do you two feel has grown the most over the years?
Well, it could be a love for each other, a loyalty.
Fred's waistline.
You fatso! You haven't changed a bit. How do you do it, Fred? How do you stay so young? Why, I exercise a lot, Gus. I lift weights.
Oh, brother, the only exercise he gets is lifting food to his mouth. Maybe you'd rather have some cold cuts for dinner.
Wilma, charges have been made that you exist for the sole purpose of the care and feeding of Fred.
And remember, no lumps.
His appetite is said to be your motivation.
Boy, my favorite dinner.
Like it?
Oh, boy, do I. Dinosaur steak a la stroganoff, seaweed salad, curried dodo eggs. What's the occasion? Delicious. Give me brontosaurus ribs every time, Barney. I could eat a carload of them.
Some of today's women wonder why you and Betty feed your men's most primitive instincts.
Love these drumsticks.
For the answer to these charges, we decided to go to Jean Vanderpyle. She's been your voice, Wilma, since the series began.
Fred, darling. darling. Oh, I'm so glad you're home, dearest. Dinner's all ready. Oh, my great big working man must be just starved. I'll set the table while you clean up.
For 25 years, for more than 165 broadcasts, she has given life to the animated form of Bedrock's most dutiful spouse.
Fred Flintstone.
60 Pebbles asked Jean Vanderpyle to define Wilma's character.
She is a typical American housewife, at least what used to be known as the typical American housewife. She's not working, but she does plenty of work. She's a love. She has lots of activities, but her main concern is her home and her husband, and later, of course, Pebbles.
Wilma, I can't sleep.
What's wrong now, Fred?
Wilma, are you sure you want to go through with this?
I wish you'd relax, Fred. Look at me. I'm calm.
Why shouldn't you be? Your wife isn't having a baby.
It was February 2nd, 1963. The birth of your daughter, Pebbles, on primetime television caught the imagination and attention of the American public.
You're ready.
Only the birth of Lucy and Ricky Ricardo's baby on their earlier television show created as much excitement.
Yeah, the doctor. No, Barney. You grab the suitcase. I'll call it. Hello, Dr. Rockpile. This is Fred Hospital. I'm taking my wife to the Flintstones. Come on, Barney.
Barney, where's Fred?
He's out in the car with you.
I'm not out in the car, Barney. Hello, Fred.
How are you, Wilma?
Fine. Have you seen the baby?
The nurse is bringing it in. Well, is it a boy or a girl? Yeah, Wilma, what is it?
Here's your new daughter, Mr. Flintstone.
A girl? Wilma, she's beautiful. She looks just like you. A chip off the old block, huh, Fred? More like a pebble off the old Flintstone.
What a wonderful name. Pebbles Flintstone.
Papa, Papa, cool.
Amazing. Even at birth, Pebbles was more articulate than her father. But Wilma, I'm sure it was quite a challenge tending to the needs of a helpless, demanding child.
Oh, no. I already had plenty of practice taking care of Fred.
Droll, Wilma. Very droll.
It's been said that marriage is like a game show. You spin the wheel of fortune. Sometimes you hit the jackpot, and other times you take home lovely parting gifts. Fred, how would you sum up having played this game with your teammate?
Well, it's hard to put into words, Vanna, but you could say Wilma's my yabba-dabba-doozy.
Oh, Fred.
And how about you, Wilma? Is Fred the 14-carat prize you wanted in this nutty game called marriage?
Well, Vanna, he's a diamond in the rough. He can stand some heavy polishing, but he's still a gem.
And finally, if you two could win the big grand prize of life, what would you want that prize to be?
Peace on earth, goodwill towards men,
And a bowling alley in his bathroom.
and a bowling alley in my bathroom. Wilma!
Yabba-dabba-doo.
Hi, Pagliacci, whilst the captain warms up.
Fred Flintstone and his friend Barney Rubble are members of the Loyal Order of Water Buffaloes and partners in life on the bowling alleys of Bedrock.
Do I see a split? Just keep your eye on the ball, Barney boy.
Now remember, keep the right arm close to the shoulder and just nice and spread it like that.
Right. Shoulder.
Keep it nice, smooth.
Okay. Twinkle Toes Flintstone taught me this one. Watch this.
See, now, to actually do that right, you got to be barefoot like Fred and Barney.
You know, they were real chums, you know, just like us. They do everything together.
Yeah. You mean like play poker, golf?
Yeah, Fred's a great golfer.
Yeah. You know, Barney has a huge handicap, though.
Yeah, he lives next door to Fred. Fred was always picking on him. He yells at him, he bullies him, belittles him, makes poor Barney look like a fool.
Yeah, you know, for the guys who really knew him, though, I mean, that was just his way of saying, I like you, I want to be your pal.
Yeah. When it's all said and done, those two were inseparable. I mean, they're like this.
Yeah. Which one was Barney in?
Shorter one, shorter. Fred's over here, looming up above him.
Hiya, Fred, Barney. Hey, the bowling alley is down the street, fellas.
Look, if I want laughs, I'll call Yogi Bear. We got our hands stuck to this bowling ball. Can you get us loose?
Well, that's a real sticky problem, but I'll try. Now hold still, Fred, while I twist you guys apart.
Now, why didn't I think of that?
Because you ain't a trained mechanic like me.
Hey, wait! Hold it, just a minute!
What's the matter? Oh, well, I got another idea.
Fred and Barney's friendship is based on love and exploitation.
I'm broke? Yeah, boy. Some pal you turn out to be. Always broke when it comes to helping a friend.
Well, I'd like to help you, but I only got $10 for the dentist.
$10? Barney, with $10, we could get a couple of ringside seat tickets.
But what about my toothache, friend?
That's easy. I just got to figure a way to pull your tooth for nothing.
Fred has a million schemes, but he'd rather use Barney's money to pull them off.
Who's worrying?
See? Yes, that did it. Barney, what are you trying to do? Make me miss the fights? Now stand still.
Diving headfirst into every scheme, Fred is driven by every working man's dream of striking it rich.
Said Sabertooth, Barney. I know. Yeah! Oh, Sabertooth.
It's not greed that motivates Fred, however. He simply wants to get his piece of the American pie. And he truly wants to share it with his friend, Barney.
Hold, it's Sabertooth by a length. Hustler second, then Granite Boy third, Slag Heap, Volcano, the winner, the Gravel Pit. We're gonna enter this hot little job in the Indian Rockless 500 and win that $50,000. Into the do-re-mi, the songs. Hey, that's it, Barney.
Oh, what's it, Fred?
We can make a fortune writing songs.
Yeah, but Fred, we don't know nothing about the songwriting business.
Ah, you kidding. Barney, how long is it going to take me to convince you that I know what I'm doing?
Unfortunately, Fred usually doesn't know what he's doing, and most of his money-making schemes are just pie in the sky.
Stop him.
Good afternoon, officer. And what can we do for you?
You can show me your license to conduct business on a public highway.
License?
That's right. You gotta have a license to sell those pies.
Well, the joke's on you, officer. We didn't sell any.
But regardless of how outrageous the scheme is, Fred knows Barney will be there.
Barney's my best pal. And best pals do what they're told. That's what friends are for. All right, wise guy. We'll take it.
We?
Don't argue, Barney. Pay the man.
Yeah, that's my buddy. When he buys, I pay.
Hey, Fred!
But the truth is, whenever Barney is heading for a fall, Fred is there to help.
Now listen to me. Keep your nose up.
Checkmate.
Not your nose, you knucklehead. The flame's nose.
Oh, sorry, Fred.
Now pull the stick back easy. Get that nose up and cut your motor.
Gotcha.
You're almost on the runway. Hold it steady.
Gee, Fred, you saved my life.
Who is your bosom buddy, close pal, and lifelong friend?
How many guesses do I get?
Barney, you're looking right at him. Hiya, Barney! Oh.
Beneath the conflicts and under the loyal order of water buffalo hats, Fred and Barney represent that tradition of bonding between American men, from Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer to Indiana Jones and Short Round.
Here we are like we always are. When you're near, I'm never far.
We're a matched and perfect set.
Never separated yet. In fact,
We are the indisputable,
positively irrefutable.
you might say we're me and you-double teammates,
We are the indisputable, positively irrefutable. You might say we're me and you-double teammates, yabba-dabba-doo.
They'd do anything for us.
Excuse me, Wilma. I didn't know you had company. I'll be back later. Ah! Take your hands off her, you monster!
Wilma, help! Help! Hey, Wilma, help!
Fun to remember. Remember the time.
Hey, it's not over yet. We're still in our prime. I'll always be yours, and you'll always be mine. Oh, yes, we remember the time. I love you,
What you watching? It's the billionth rerun of the Flintstones.
Here goes! Yabba-dabba-doo! Hey, look out, Fred!
Kenny, count down. How many times have I told you no TV in the classroom? What have you to say for yourself? Yourself.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry.
You know something, Harv? I think the Flintstones are going to be running forever.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's got it all. You know, Tim, it's got everything. It's got comedy, warmth, friends, family.
Look, they got rocks and dinosaurs and everything in there.
There's always that one word that sums it all up. Oh, yell 'em, Tim.
Yeah.
Wilma! The other word.
Oh, yeah.
Yabba-dabba-doo. More on the do. Dabba-dabba-doo. Yabba-dabba-doo.
Boy, do we know how to bust Monte Carlo and to never be blue. It's a lot like friends, just keep a saying yabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-doo. If you take your sweeties left for Tahiti, we can give you a clue. There's no need for crying, roar like a lion.
This is Maria Shriver, a sizzling summertime preview. We'll take a look at what you'll be wearing and what you'll be watching tomorrow on the CBS Morning News.
Tonight on CBS Late Night, Simon and Simon become pawns in a deadly cloak and dagger game. Then it's a crazy scheme to break the bank in Las Vegas when John Voight and Ann Margaret star in Looking to Get Out.